Hey, down from Eflowtion here. I just tested out a live preview, a live stream feature. Unfortunately, I placed myself in a valley where internet connection is not that great, but it did actually record onto my phone. So here is what it looks like post live stream, what I was talking about. Enjoy. I'm down from Eflowtion. Okay, so I'm just testing out a new bit of software, and I've never done a YouTube live stream before. It took a bit of fiddling to get going. I'm out in the forest at the moment. I just wanted to test it out. We've got the 90-day YouTube challenge set by the good David Florence of Evolution of Dave, SOMA Breath Instructor, among many other awesome talents that he has. Which is due to start possibly next Saturday. I think it was going to start this Saturday, but just due to a few things, just couldn't start this Saturday. So that said, it's actually a good testing time for this YouTube software, or the software for YouTube Lives, because it actually took a lot of stuff around to actually get going. Got an ant on me. Hello, ant. Enjoying the road. So yeah, I'm out in the forest again. I actually just shot, I did it first go. I was kind of scared, although there's parts of my brain that's saying like, you kind of left off a few bits, but I'll add text. But a bit of context, an introduction for a breathwork with a difference that'll be coming shortly to the Eflowtion YouTube channel. So I look forward to releasing that. It's I'm actually quite impressed by it. I did it last night, and yeah, so, as I said on my Facebook page, I don't want to toot my own horn, but I kind of did not a bad job, and it's something quite different. And one of the services that Eflowtion offers. Oh, is it? No, I was going to say. What is there, a butterfly? But yeah, I'm actually out in the forest again today. I was going to walk up to the top of the hill, but I know, it's like, because I've done the introduction the first go, it's like kind of done what I need to do. I'm enjoying being in the forest. I sort of stopped here. There's a butterfly. Actually, the camera does turn around. I'm going to forget that. It's probably going to be hard to see. Yeah, it's off in the distance. If one comes close, I'll do it again. What the hell was I on about? Oh yeah, yeah, it's like I was going to. Ooh, I've got like one of those stick things. I'm trying out some new equipment. The only thing I haven't got hooked in is my headphones. Yeah, that's what I was talking about. I stopped here because it had that nice little still feeling, and actually where I shot, because I was going to go up to the top of the hill again, but yeah. Due to laziness, I can't be bothered, and it's kind of nice here. So yeah, it's there was that real still moment, and it was like, that for me was an indication of like, let's just pause, do the video. Got it first go. I'm actually quite surprised. So yeah, so I'll add that introduction to, there's not really much to edit as well. Add that introduction to the start of the breath work. I might run it past the SOMA Breath Instructors and the Facebook group page first, see what they have to say about it. I'll turn the camera around, see. I'll show you where I am. Got it at my face. Rare. Yeah, there we go. It does work. I'm in a valley. Ooh. Got a locking system on this, it's not that great. Actually quite peaceful here. Quite shaded as well. I was freaking standing in the sun trying to work out this. Yeah, Eflowtion is back open for business, and we have a special breath work coming your way. Switch back to me. I kind of just want to try that out. Actually, where this goes. Let's follow the trail, shall we? The magical trail. There's I'm tempted to go over there, but can't be bothered. a second, actually. I'm kind of curious. Go off the beaten track. There are no snakes around. It's that time of year. Cool. Ooh, wow. I'm glad I did, actually. It's worth putting in that extra effort. That's pretty cool. Well, this is definitely, internet connection is unstable. Huh. I got something familiar. God, I can't even speak. Just love that stillness. It's so fun. Same virus I was talking about, all that interconnection stuff and that. If you haven't checked it out, check out that documentary, Fantastic Fungi. Internet connection is unstable. It is probably because I'm in a valley. It's probably not the most receptive to internet connection. See what this looks like later on. Actually, I was talking about an INFJ ramble in the title, so I guess I gotta deliver on something. Should get heavier after a while to hold this. First world troubles. Let's not get this. See if I can get myself a bit more stable. Come with me on a walk. ASMR walk. God damn it. That's not part of the ASMR experience. Maybe if I go up the hill a bit. Re-establish this connection. Yeah, got me thinking about the meaning of life. Who else doesn't think about that? Is it just me? So I'll do a ramble and then sign off. The meaning of life. Let's see if I can come up with the meaning of life. Maybe that's the meaning of life. All that. All that. All the dirt. So when you think about the meaning of life, like, there we go. So if you just tuned in, I was just rambling about the meaning of life. I was just about to begin the meaning of life ramble. I was just saying all of this could be the meaning of life. When I think about the meaning of life, I've sort of talked about this a little bit with a few people. Well, technically, I impose my view upon them. The meaning of life, like when you think about the meaning of life actually kind of implies that a meaning has a purpose or an explanation behind it. Which it may not, I don't know, I'm not an official. Ooh, spider, hello spider. Where is he? There he is. Sheep. But when you think about meaning, it reminds me of a conversation I caught up with an old school schoolhood friend. Not sure what the term would be for that. So he was looking at getting into my line of work and wanted to know if it was a good idea. And then he was talking about a quantum computer and how with quantum computing they could probably enter in like what is the meaning of life, enter, and it would spit back an answer. And I was sort of like saying like, well, it's kind of like Like, what if it comes back with an answer of like, I don't know, something dramatic like kill your mate, or like like something that we wouldn't understand, like blue dirt yogurt sort of thing, and that's the actual meaning of life. Because any meaning that we give, we have to relate it to something. We have to give it meaning. And every meaning that we have is based on our experiences we've had since growing up. This earth, the fact that I know this is a tree is because I was taught it was a tree. Doesn't mean it is a tree, it's just how I know it to be a tree. It can be very scientific. You go its root system and everything down there, and it's how it grows, and it's just my understanding of it. It probably thinks of it itself as something completely different. Probably looks at me as something quite weird, or maybe unstable, as my internet connection goes unstable again. But a meaning, like an expression of life, like how we actually live it, because you could give a meaning of life. Say if that quantum computer spit back a meaning, or you found a meaning, that meaning of life is only sort of relatable to yourself, to your experiences. For example, like it could be that the meaning of life is a deep blue swimming pool, and you could go, wow, yeah, deep blue swimming pool. That reminds me of when I was younger and I had this great experience, and I love swimming pools. My experience could be like, well, actually I did almost drown in a pool when I was younger, sort of thing. And it could be like, that could be a terrible meaning of life for me, sort of thing. Because every person's different. Every person interprets that meaning so differently. So like one meaning can be something different to so many different people. I'll switch back to myself. So yeah, it's kind of like a meaning of life. It's almost like the question itself is incorrect, because once again, the meaning seeks a purpose, an understanding, and explaining almost of life. It's like, how do you explain all this? It's a forest. Yeah, I know it as a forest. But the experience of being in the forest is a lot different to watching it on YouTube. And it's almost as if like the experience of life, yeah, it's like, what is the experience of life? And it's almost like the question is, what is the experience of life? And through that, I'll think about that. Our experiences are what gives it the meaning of life. Yeah, because like all of our different experiences is our meaning. So to explain, when we have an experience in life, be it positive or negative, that is only relatable to yourself. So that is your actual experience in life. And some people have terrible experiences in life, and they see life as has no meaning, has no purpose, because that has been their experience of life. It's been a crap experience. Doesn't mean that in my experience or someone else's experience that life is purposeless and meaningless. It's just how we relate to it. And with everything, like, I mean, there's your first 7 years of life, your sort of like your base experiences, or if you want to put it in computer terms, your programming, how you view the world. But everything else upon that is just your filter, your perspective, your lens, how you view the world, which can greatly be shifted, changed. I've had many different experiences that I've been firm on, and then it's just the ground has shifted beneath me. And now I have a different perspective. And with that, life has a different meaning and different purpose. So beforehand, my meaning of life might have been, I don't know, drunk on the weekend, hang around people that bring me down or lift me up, or be in family experiences that really weren't that great, and really just having a meaningless experience, a sort of a calling, but not to anything in particular. And by I mean calling, I mean like some form of purpose. People can have purpose in jobs, all sorts of things, or you could just be lost in life. But then everything changes, everything shifted. Now doing EFT and SOMA Breath, marriage separations, separated from family, which was my decision, by the way. And now life has a different purpose, a different meaning. Doesn't mean the value in life or how that relates to other people, because they're all living their own life and all having their different experiences. But my meaning of life is completely different to someone else's meaning of life. So it's probably, what is the meaning of life, is not a question that can actually ever be answered, because it all relates to the interpreter of who is viewing the life, who is experiencing the life. So how we experience the life is up to the interpreter, the viewer, the person, the I, us, me, you. How do you experience life? Is it a positive experience? Is it a negative experience? Is it a bit of both? That's okay. Too much positivity, I kind of get worried about. Same with too much negativity. So, how we experience life. And when you look at an experience with everything, memories, everything that's sort of stored in our bodies, stored in our mind, it's not real, it's not tangible, it's not this thing, it's not physical, or even that's not physical. I'm not being crazy here, I'm actually talking on a physics length. All that is a whole bunch of atoms that are just vibrating so quickly that it becomes a solid. It becomes physics, it becomes physical. It's all just atoms, it's all just everything that's vibrating so close together. And so too with memories. And how we relate to those memories, those experiences, and especially how the brain likes to fixate on the negative experiences, is probably how we view the world. So the meaning of life becomes actually a negative experience, or a negative meaning, when really all it is the person viewing the world has those negative experiences. It's kind of like a dirty mirror. I don't mean dirty as in like, in a bad sense, just sort of like when you polish a mirror, you can actually see a lot better. You can see yourself a lot better, or you can just view the world a lot better without all the crap getting in the way. And the crap was probably the meaning, the experience of how we viewed the world. But it's not the world. This is the world. It ain't doing anything to anyone. It's just being life. Just going with the flow of it all. So really, I don't want to say there is no meaning to life. But what I do want to say is, we give the life the meaning, we give the life the purpose, or the experience through which we view it, how we relate to it. Do you have a good relation with the world, or do you have a bad relation with the world? And is that truly the world's fault, or is this a lot of negative experiences that's happened to you has made the lens a bit dirty through which we view it? So maybe blow away the dust, or polish the lens, or wait for the muddy water to settle, or book in for an EFT tapping session or a breathwork session with Eflowtion. Clear those negative imprints, those experiences, so we can then view the world in a more positive state. Do what you want. It's your life in the end. Anyway, I'm Dion from Eflowtion, an EFT tapping business, and online EFT tapping and SOMA Breath. And there will be a new breathwork coming out, and we'll see if this worked. I could have just been talking to nothing. Anyway, it was good to talk anyway. Good to know what's on my mind. Still an unstable connection going on. But anyway, yeah. And if all goes according to plan, there might be the 90-day challenge, YouTube challenge, where I'll be posting a video for 90 days. And so too with the other SOMA Breath instructors. We're all bravely ripping off the mask. And I'm not talking about the old mask. I'm talking about the persona, the mask that we wear. That I was going to say that we put up thinking that other people don't know, but then there's some people that can quite easily see beneath those masks. I wonder who that is. But yeah, so yeah, that's hopefully start next Saturday. Hopefully this worked. If you're having a good day, have a very good day, have a very good experience in life, give it the meaning and expression, purpose that relates to you. Be it a positive one. Anyway, I'm Dion. Catch you next time. For all those that double-crossed me, that treated me wrong, I'm just letting you know that you've been notified. I'd probably rather just spend my energies being more productive than destructive. Every time I cross the side, I always think that. Anyway, I have to be uploading YouTube videos.